Have you ever wondered what hypnotherapy is all about? Maybe you've considered having hypnotherapy, but you've been unsure about what's involved, and maybe in particular about the connection between this and the kind of hypnosis that we see taking place on stage. Perhaps you know someone who's had a positive experience with this, or maybe you know someone who claimed that hypnotherapy didn't work for them, and you're keen to know and understand more about this. Now, some of the explanations that I'll be providing in these videos is likely to go against some of what you may have heard before, so I would just ask that you keep an open mind and move beyond stereotypes around hypnosis. My name is Etain McNulty and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, and on this channel I will be bringing you videos on all aspects of hypnosis and hypnotherapy that are intended to help you understand these in a fresh and up-to-date way. The intention is to move away from some of the old-fashioned notions that really keep hypnosis stuck in the past. So then, what exactly is hypnotherapy? What is it all about? And what has it got to do with the kind of hypnosis that we see getting used in other settings? These are questions that I get asked a lot by clients when they first get in touch with me, and it's totally understandable because it's an area that generates a lot of confusion. And so to begin with, the most concise way that I can explain to a client in terms of the way that I work is that we have two sides of the hypnotherapy coin. We have hypnosis on one side and we have therapy on the other. And what we're doing is, we bring the skills involved in hypnosis and we combine these skills with particular types of therapy techniques with the aim of helping clients to overcome whatever problem they've come to the therapy room with. Now, in terms of the type of therapy that you should expect, this will really depend on the individual hypnotherapist that you go to see and, the school of therapy that they have been influenced by. There's a lot more that can be said about this particular point, but the intention of this video is to provide a brief overview for now. So, while the therapy side of things can be quite easily explained, it is the hypnosis side of the coin where clients can become confused about what it is they should expect and how it is they're meant to understand this thing that's going to be happening. Now, in my experience of speaking to clients, I think that part of the reason for this confusion is because hypnosis crops up in other settings which really bear no relation to a therapy room, such as, as we've already mentioned, hypnosis that we see in stage shows or used out in the street. And so, I think it's really valuable to shed some light on this. Perhaps you've seen the video that I released a little while ago on street hypnosis, and you might have watched it and been wondering, what on earth has this got to do with hypnotherapy? Now, I've heard a lot of hypnotherapists tell their clients that the hypnosis that takes place in the therapy room is really not the same thing as the hypnosis that takes place on the stage. And this gets said to reassure clients and to make them feel at ease with the whole experience. And while it's obviously true that the hypnosis that happens as part of therapy obviously differs in so many ways to hypnosis on the stage, it's also true that there are similarities involved, and these tend to get overlooked by many hypnotherapists, and I think that's a shame. So just let me explain what it is that I mean. One of the best ways, I think, to understand hypnosis wherever it's being used is to say that hypnosis is about creating experience. So whether we're referring to stage hypnosis or hypnosis involved in hypnotherapy, what the hypnotist is doing is creating an experience with and for the hypnotized person. So on the stage, the experience created is very often intended to make the audience laugh and, usually forms part of some kind of comedy routine. In street hypnosis, the experience could be that the volunteer feels as though their foot is being stuck to the ground. And in the therapy room, the experience created through hypnosis might be the experience of feeling calm or more positive or confident or resourceful or self-aware, or the experience of insight, or experiencing a high performance state. And certainly these are the kind of experiences that I tend to work with. Now, there are lots of different elements that go into the way this hypnotic experience is created. But in my opinion, one of the most important to understand is the fact that the hypnosis experience is not something that is happening to the hypnotized person, but it's something that's happening with them. What I mean is the person being hypnotized is a willing participant in the experience. They help create it. They have volunteered or asked or paid for the experience. And so although the circumstances are different depending on if you're in a therapy room or a stage or in the street, the person participating is co-creating the particular experience, the hypnotic experience, as it unfolds. Now, this point is crucial, and I know that it might be a different way of understanding hypnosis to what you've been told before, so just bear with me. The person who goes up on stage is engaging in the hypnosis experience. They're someone who wants to take part in the stage show. In the same way that the client who comes to the hypnotherapist also engages in the hypnotherapy process and again, co-creates the outcome as it unfolds. Now, I know that stage hypnosis often looks as though it's being done to the person, as though the person on stage is being subjected to an experience that, is out of their control. But the fact is that the person who volunteered is collaborating in the experience by following along with the hypnotist's instructions and using their imagination and their mind in the way that the hypnotist is suggesting to them. A key component of this is the subject or the client's ability to really become absorbed in the suggestions that's being given to them, to really be able to indulge their imagination for the duration of the experience in order to take part in creating what's happening. And some people are able to do this quite naturally, but nevertheless it's a skill which can be tapped into and improved and developed, and this is something that I work with clients from one session to the next. So it's in this way that hypnosis and hypnotherapy becomes something that's engaged in, not something that's just done to the person involved. And so to finish this video up, what we initially looked at is the fact that we can consider hypnotherapy in terms of the therapy on one side and the hypnosis on the other side, and the way that these come together. And then we looked at useful ways to think about, what hypnosis is. And the fact that regardless of where this is taking place, hypnosis is about, the creation of an experience. And the fact that the client or the subject plays a really crucial role in actively participating in this. This is something that is true of hypnosis, whether it's on the stage or in the therapy room. And in my opinion, this is something to really get excited about rather than to be denied. Bringing the creativity and the fun and the potential of hypnosis into the therapy room is the very thing that distinguishes hypnotherapy from other types of therapy, that makes it unique, and it can also make it incredibly effective. And I think this, this is something to be celebrated and, to be understood further. So, to wrap up then, if you have liked this video, if you have found it at all useful or interesting, please do like it, and there will be lots more videos on hypnosis and hypnotherapy coming in the near future. Thank you very much.